What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I got a different video for you guys today. Today I'm gonna tell you why I thought it was a good idea to lease this Jeep. Alright guys, now that I'm 2 years into this, I'll tell you why I think it's a bad idea now. First off, after the first year, I was probably about 3,000 or 4,000 miles over the estimated mileage for the year. I'm only supposed to go 10,000 miles a year. The first year I think I went 13, 14, something like that. It was my fault. I drove it to New Jersey, but then at the time I was also commuting 50 miles to work there and back. I ran through the mileage quick. And when you live in a town such as Atlanta, where everything is at least 20 miles away, you should realize that. But I didn't. You can't do anything to the car. Yeah, I plasti dipped it, but all that can come off. If you want to do anything cosmetic to the car or engine-wise or anything, you can't do it. You can't, because you're going to take that car back and they're going to charge you or up the you-know-what. And on top of not doing anything cosmetically, I mean, I'm anal about my cars in general, but when you have a car that's leased, you're extremely anal about it because you don't want anybody to touch it. You don't want any scratches on it. You don't want anything in the interior. You just baby it and baby it, because at the end of the day, it's the dealership's car and they're gonna charge you for every little ding and dent on that car, depending on how the dealership is. Some of them are assholes. Another reason why I thought leasing a car would be a good idea was because everybody always says that it's cheaper. When you lease the car, it's cheaper. You get cheaper monthly payments, everything. I was still pretty much paying the same as if I financed it. I think it was another $100 if I financed it, and I paid $350 a month for this. It's still a lot of money at the end of the day. $350 for a car that is not yours, that you can't do anything to, that is basically the dealership's car. I'm not a fan of that now. At the time I was like, oh, I get to get the car back in 3 years, I don't have to worry about it, I don't have to do any maintenance or anything on it. But then I realized how much money that I'm losing on it. And now I think, no, don't do that, don't do that. You know, I'm even gonna say, don't even finance a car at this point. I like new cars, I really do like this car. It's not the best to drive, but I'll get into that later on in a different video. But now that I've had an older Jeep, I have an older Honda, I'm looking for older cars to drive, and I've been around people who work with older cars. I think it's just, to save money when you're younger, like I am, having an older car or having a car that you can buy outright is a way better idea than leasing a car. I'm gonna tell you guys real quick why at the time, exactly why at the time, I thought it was a good idea to lease this. So at the time, when I leased this vehicle, I was pressured into leasing it. That's one thing I don't like about dealerships, is that they are relentless. You go in there, they do not let you leave unless you're taking this car with you. They don't stop. They don't stop. And that's one thing I don't like about dealerships. Oh, this end of the month is our best deals, ain't gonna have no deals after that, blah, 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 blah. And also, it was part of me too. I was in a rush because my old Jeep was going to death's door. It was 130,000 miles on it. I didn't have the money to fix it. I got quoted like $3,000, and I wasn't mechanically inclined then to do it myself. So I needed a car, and living in Atlanta, you need a car. There's no transit system here, there's nothing. You need a car to get around. And I'm young, I wanted a brand new car. At the time, I was making a little bit of money. I was like, sure, you're pressuring me, I'll buy it. I mean, I'll lease it. I'm not buying it because I didn't like the car at the time. I didn't even see the car before I bought it, if I'm honest. I saw a different one. I didn't see this particular model when I got it. Alright guys, I'm going to give you a couple of tips as to how to avoid the same situation that I did. Number one, don't lease the car at the end of the month, because they're going to try and tell you that there's so many deals. There's no deals. Second, don't rush into it. Take your time. Think about what you're doing. Think about the money in the long run. Think about the car that you're choosing in the long run. Think about in 3 years, are you still going to be able to afford this? Because I know I can't. 3, think about where you're going to be driving, how far you're going to be driving, and how long you're going to be driving. Because the mileage will creep up on you. And my dealership gave me an extra 200 miles on mine, so maybe yours will give you 3. But in all seriousness, think about where you live, think about where you're like how you get to work every day, because you'll end up going over that mileage quickly, especially if you live in a city. 4, if you do want to lease a car, because at the end of the day, you don't really have that debt over your head, you can turn the car in after the allotted time, and you know it's off your record, it's off your credits, it's over, it's done with. You're not paying a car anymore. That I do like about it. That's why at the time also I thought it was a good idea. But if you do have the money and you do want to lease a car, just do your research. Make sure you're getting what you want. Make sure you're getting what you need, and just know that you're going to be stuck with it for 3 years. Because it's like renting a house or an apartment. If you leave before your lease is up, you still have to pay all that time. And 5, if you have to put $1,000 down, take that $1,000 and go find you a cheap little car. If you're mechanically inclined, then just fix that up and do that as daily. It'll save you a lot of money in the long run, especially for young like me. So yeah, guys, that's my advice for leasing a car. But yeah, hope you enjoyed that. I'll see y'all in the next video. Thanks for watching. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Send it to your grandma. Send it to your mom. Send it to, I don't know why I want everybody to send stuff to their moms, but it's alright. That is it. That is all, folks. Bye. Lease. Damn it. I'm trying to point to it underneath, and I always go up too high. So it's just like, hey guys, look at this tree. That is gonna be cheaper. It's gonna be cheaper monthly payments. Seriously? Rice boys? God damn. You know you're gonna come to some circumstances or something in 3 years or something like that. Make sure that you know that. You know that you're going to be in circumstances, because you know the future. You're back to the future. You bought a DeLorean, you went into the future, and you saw your life, and now you came back and you're like, no, I know in 3 years my life is going to be